Welcome on to another edition of Run with Coach Parry. I'm Brad Brown, and we've got Lindsay Parry with us once again. Lindsay, how's it?
How's it, Brad? Good to chat again.
You too. Lindsay, you're going to laugh, but I probably spend, outside of the time you spend with your wife, I don't think anybody spends as much time with you as I do, and I've got a bone to pick with you. Why have you only told me now that training consistently actually works? It's amazing how fit you feel once you've put in a block of consistent training.
So that's a classic case of listening but not hearing, Brad. I think you've heard me say it enough to other people.
Yeah, it's rubbing off. It's osmosis. It's finally getting into my thick skull. But today's question is a what can you do on rest days sort of question, and it's got to do with strength training and weight training. And it was popped into our forums, and I think it's a great question to ask. On the days in your training programs where it's a rest day, so if it's a 4-day or a 5-day marathon program, for example, is it best to simply rest on those days and do absolutely nothing? Or is it okay to cross-train on those days? And then when you throw strength training in, or core work, when is the best time to put those in? Are those on the rest days, or should you be doing those on your run days?
Yeah, so look, typically most of my programs for the majority of people, majority of people are not faster than 3.5 hours for a marathon. So let's talk to the majority to begin with. And those are mostly 4-day-a-week training programs, which means you've got, in effect, 3 spare days. So what I do like is for people to keep at least 1 full day a week where they don't train. And it's got to do with the fact that they can then recover fully physically, or have a full recovery day physically. But it also means that there's a day in a week where you don't have to juggle, organize, plan around training. So it also gives you a mental, physiological break from that. So I always prefer 1 full rest day. And of course, the other 2 days, people are welcome to fill it up with cross training and or strength training. And then obviously, if there are people out there that do strength training perhaps 3 days a week, then I would plan for that 3rd day to be done on one of your shorter or easier running days. But absolutely, cross training adds to the program, strength training adds to the program. So these are not things that take away from what we're doing. They actually do add, and they significantly add in some instances. And in many cases, I always tell people that adding the cross training is probably going to be a lot more beneficial than adding another day of running.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, Lindsay, because that's exactly, I was joking with you at the start of this. That's exactly what I'm finding. So I'm only running 4 days a week, but I'm on the indoor trainer on my bike 3 days a week as well. So and I think that is, I'm not necessarily bike fit, but just having that little bit of extra training and keeping my legs ticking over is really helping my running, which is good news.
Yeah, and there's a great crossover effect from cycling into running. I know lots of cyclists don't agree with that, because when they take up running, they are not particularly good at it. But if you are a runner and doing enough running training, then the contribution from cycling to improving your running is actually enormous. And the one place where it really helps is on the hill climbing. Doing cross training on a bike really does help make you stronger for running uphill.
Yeah, absolutely. And with it being a Comrades Up Run in 2019, tell you what, that's some great advice. Go hop onto a stationary bike, even if you don't have your own bike, and just do a couple of those sessions a week. You'll get great benefits in the build-up to Comrades 2019 if you are running. Lindsay, as always, great to catch up. And if you'd like to hop into our members' forums or grab yourself a program, all you need to do is head over to coachparry.com/join. That's coachparry.com/join, and you can get all the details there. Until next time, from myself, Brad Brown, and the coach, it's cheers.